2013 till date. It's been IQ University since 2011 till date. GIBS has been ranked number 1 and 3rd consecutively time in Top Emerging BBA Institute in India and ranked number 2 for Top Emerging BBA Institute in Placements by the Times B School Survey 2023. GIBS has also been achieved 13th position All India rank in the Inter-Shala Annual Ranking 2022 and 13th zonal rank out of the 98 participant college in North Zone for internship selection during the year 2022. GIBS also received the ET Leadership Excellence Award 2023 in the Academic Excellence and Corporate Affairs in Higher Education for its impeccable placement records. Center for Legal Studies has been set up in legal education. CLS GIBS has been emerged as one of the prominent law schools of the country, providing 5-year integrated programs in BA LLB and BBA LLB. Institute's alumni are the reflection of its past, representation of its present and link to the future. Alumni are brand ambassadors of the institution they graduate from. Institutions who maintain a strong and positive relationship with the alumni get multiple social and academic professional benefits. The alumni network of college is one of the key sources of placement opportunities to the students. Alumni can help in advocating student placement at their respective organization and connecting with them, can help the students in building the professional network platform. Alumni can play an active role like mentoring students in their areas of expertise, and the guidance can be beneficial for students in their respective area of study. GIBS Alumni Lecture Series is a series of lectures featuring speakers, often past alumni, who are leaders in business, finance, economics, entrepreneurship, law, and other diverse areas. The sessions have thought-provoking discussions, engaging topics, and networking with alumni with the objective of bringing the gap between the alumnus and the current batches. The series plays an important role in representing the views of its alumni and contributing the build and engaging the support alumni community to help the institute grow exponentially. It is also committed to link closely with the institute to support mentoring and intern opportunities. Leveraging the alumni community can be a win-win for both the institution and the alumni. In order to achieve the objective, the lecture series aims to fulfill the following objectives. First, to trace the journey of transformation from a student to a successful business professional. Second, to find out the gap between the needs of the industry and end product of institute. Third, to create adequate facilities of updating knowledge of students to meet growth and developing needs to the industry. Fourth, to promote closer interaction between the academic field and the professional field for understanding challenges confronted at the workplace. Fifth, to know recent developments and innovate great skills required for technical-driven economy. Sixth, to cultivate mutual beneficial and lasting relationships with one another. In order to fulfill our intended, we have with us one of our alumni, Advocate Madhur Rathaur. We request Ms. Sakshi Gupta ma'am to present a green welcome to him. Thank you, sir. Advocate Madhur Rathaur, a law firm branding specialist and personal branding coach, as the CEO of Lex Peeps Pvt Ltd. He specializes in helping legal practices thrive online through strategic branding. Through Lex Peeps, he has successfully established himself as India's premier source of legal insights and comprehensive academic solutions. Additionally, he is committed to nurturing the next generation of legal professionals through offering mentorship programs and career guidance. As a speaker and trainer, his goal got to inspire growth of both the legal and business sectors. We are delighted to have you with us today. Now, I request Dr. Advocate Madhur Rathaur to address the audience.
Hi everyone. People at back, hi. I'm a pass out from your college only. Don't treat me like a stranger. Alright, so I won't take much of your time. थोड़ी बातचीत कर लेते हैं session start करने से पहले. So how many of you have been to moots before? Like anyone जिसने कोई internal moot court किया हो या फिर external moot court किया हो? Okay, and how many of you have done any sort of internship or something like that? Okay, no worries. I'm here to help you. Okay, so कभी भी district court में गए हो आप लोग? For any visitor or something? Alright, so आज के session के बाद, if anyone is in, like I hope whoever is sitting here is interested in mooting, and this session is for sure going to help you. I have been to national moots. I have been a quarter finalist in international moot as well. I have adjudged moot courts. I'm telling all this not to boast myself, just to tell you to have your faith on me. Alright, so this session is going to be helpful and very crisp and short. Alright, so as you guys said that no one has been to mooting before. So anyone has any idea कि moot court होता क्या है? Any idea? Just raise your hand, speak up, whatever you feel like. कुछ तो आइडिया होगा ना कि moot court में क्या करते हैं? कुछ भी तो आइडिया होगा ना बेसिक सब? या it's completely cool. आप hand raise करो, बोलो please.
It's basically an artificial court which tells us how to practice in real courts, and it teaches us the court etiquettes and its rules and regulations.
Perfect. So basic idea बताता हूँ मैं moot court का क्या होता है कि we create an artificial scenario जहाँ पे we create an environment of the courtroom so that you could get a practical exposure कि courtroom में हम कैसे अपने oral advocacy को रखेंगे, कैसे अपने research को रखेंगे, and how we will proceed on that particular note. Alright. So what are the benefits of mooting? Like why mooting is essential. Why when I was into law school, I was into mooting. Why a lot of people are into mooting? Why there are international moots? Why there are national moots? Because it helps you to get practical experience. You are not going to get into the courtroom and you are not going to argue the matter, right? Even if you are an attorney, you are not allowed to argue the matter. Now, how you will sharpen your skill? That when you will be passed out from the college, you can directly go and argue into the courtroom. Maybe for a short application, maybe for a leave or for whatever reason. For that particular reason, attending moot courts and doing moot courts is essential. Can I please have attention of you all? Please. Alright. So as I already said you that mooting was once practicing for a moot. The fact sheet was itself 18 pages, right? And if in case the biggest fear in our head was, in my team's head was, that what if judge says that he is not aware with the fact sheet, right? If judge would say that he is not aware with the fact sheet, brief me the fact sheet. Even if he is aware, he might say, now you will have to cut short the fact sheet. You will have to be in that time zone. That time zone is important. So to get into that time zone, what is important? Practice. Right? If you are playing, if anyone is into some kind of sports, anyone play some kind of game or sports? Right, what game do you play? Right. So if, let's say basketball, and if we have to dribble the basketball, if we are into practice into that, it takes less time. Right? And if I'm like for a first timer, like I'm not into basketball, I'm into some other sport, then it will take me more time to dribble and throw it into the basket, right? So practicing becomes important, and practicing with the limited time. Always put the timer in your head or somewhere into the laptop or whatever works for you people. Right? Now one thing is important, and that is staying calm. Staying calm and composed is the key to win moot courts. Right? Why it is important? The judge is sitting in front of you and he is preparing you, he is seeing you as an advocate for the next generation. Right? And he won't support an advocate who is not calm and composed in adverse scenarios. So what you have to do? You have to stay calm and composed in adverse scenarios. Right? Judges throw questions. Right? Now when we talk about judges, if it is a bench, like if it is more than one judge, we refer it as bench. So if it is a bench, it could be a hot bench or it could be a cold bench. A cold bench would be one which would not be asking you a lot of questions. Right? So cold bench judges you on different notes. They won't be putting a lot of questions. They won't get into debates. They will ask. They will see how you are representing, how much time you are taking, how much you are articulating things. What is your legal reasoning, and they will silently sit and judge you and put the marks, right? And here what we have to focus is on winning the moot court, right? And there would be another bench that would be hot bench. Hot bench would be the one who won't let you speak. You will feel कि मुझे भी बोलने दो, मैंने भी preparation किया यार एक महीने. They won't let you speak even a single word. And at the end, what they will ask you, counsel, proceed with your prayer. What prayer you are asking? What relief you are asking? Right? So you will always have to figure out कि bench कैसा है, right? If it is a hot bench or a cold bench. अगर cold bench है, then keep in your head, this is a cold bench. He is going to judge me on my presentation, advocacy, and a lot of other skills. If it is a hot bench, you have to again stick with the time. He will eat up a lot of time. The hot bench would eat a lot of your time. He will enter into debates. So again, you have to narrow down what you are speaking and how much worth, how much weightage it has. Right? If you are speaking something related to facts, then try to relate it with facts and the law itself at the same time. If you are quoting the case laws, if you are citing the case laws, then try to refer to the case laws. Whenever we are referring to the case laws, what we will do, we will say that in this particular paragraph, in this particular fact, this thing was relevant. Now the judge might say that this was a different fact altogether. Why would I believe that this would apply to your fact? Then you will have to show that how these two things are relatable to each others, right? Do you feel like having a question or something? Any questions from your side? Please.
How to deal with the hot bench? Like what should be in our mind to deal with the hot bench?
Right. So as I already said you, when there would be hot bench, they won't let you speak a lot. They will be speaking a lot. So if you're let's say your issue number 1 has 2 pages in it, and you have to speak like you have narrowed down point to 1 page, and still you are not getting the time, then you have to stick with the pointers. Right? What are the facts in question? What is the question of law in that particular issue, and what is the answer of that into law along with the cases? Right? Like if we are arguing upon some kind of environmental matters, then we can refer to an MC Mehta PIL, right? So what we can say that in this particular PIL, MC Mehta has said this and this was the fact and this is applying to our case law. So we should rely upon this. Again, we do not say the court that you have to give certain kind of decision. We just request the court to rely on this decision, rely on this particular judgment or this particular decision, right? Apart from this, anyone has any kind of questions? Alright, let's talk about research strategies. Because when we are preparing our memorial, it becomes pretty much important that what kind of research strategies we are using. And there are different kind of research strategies that includes primary research and secondary research. When we are talking about preliminary research, or that is primary research, we generally go to Google and research about the particular matter, that what kind of case laws, what kind of sections it is attracting. And once we know that these kind of sections are there, these kind of case laws are there, then we search about the specific case law that would be strengthening our case, and then we search about the opposite cases that would be strengthening the case of the opposite party, and accordingly we figure out that how we will carve a smart way to come out of that, right? So, apart from trying, how many of you know about Madhur Rathaur and SCC online? How many of you have heard about it? Alright. Alright, so anyone from that would tell me that how you do research on Madhur Rathaur or SCC online? So first you have to draft your issues. You have to clear the locus standi while you are standing into this court. Now the first question that will come from the judge's side is what if I will reject this here? Then where you will go? So you have to clear if you are going for some kind of moots. If this thing would be rejected here, just create a scenario that if it is a high court, or let's say it's a district court, if it is rejected here, judge will ask you, I will reject it, what you will do? Then you will have to go in appeal, right? So you have to make sure that appeal में कहाँ जाना है, कौन से forum में approach करना है. अगर NCLT का matter है, if like, then where you will go into appeal, NCLT, right? If you are going into district court and a metropolitan magistrate has rejected it, where you will go? You will go to DJ, district judge, right? We directly do not go to high court, right? After MM, CMM and then DJ and then we go to high court. So always be clear that where you would go for the appeal if it is rejected here. So locus standi should be clear, appeal should be clear. Now comes the drafting of issues. Your issues are drafting. Now see what are the what is the question of law? What is fact in issue, right? And what are the question of law? And once you have drafted that, you have to make sure when you are concluding all the issues while drafting your memorial, make it focus on the relief you are trying to get. Right? At the end, do not conclude it somewhere, just left somewhere. One speaker is presenting one issue, another speaker is maybe presenting issue number 2 and 3. Then for the first speaker, that thing is ending there for the first speaker. So that relief should be conveyed. You won't directly say that this is my prayer. For prayer, you will all stand and tell at the end that this is my prayer. But what relief you are trying to get, what you are trying to convey should be clear. And accordingly you can form your prayer, and that is how roughly the structure of your that draft looks like. So I hope it cleared the question. Thank you. Any other? Yeah, please.
Sir, I have a doubt that in a moot court competition we have been given a moot problem. So in that in a memorial it is very important to draft the statement of facts. So that statement of fact should be brief enough so that the judge can understand what's going on in the case. Sometimes we are given a difficult moot problem, like it's a detailed. So if it comes at briefing the facts of the case, so we think that everything is important in that content. So how to brief that case and put point-wise our points, like how to present the facts of.
Well, so as I already said you that there could be the moot problem could be of 16, 17, 18 pages. You cannot give a lot of time on telling you will keep telling the fact sheet and your entire time will be eaten up. So what you could do, you have to brief it, like you have to brief point wise. Then I also told you about the chart paper thing. You can draw a case timeline like that. If you do not want, if you feel like that, no, I'm not that much confident that I'll go with a chart paper, that is something unconventional, right? So if you are not, on a paper, that on this particular day, this has happened, this has happened, this has happened, this court has given this decision, and now I'm standing in this particular court, and I'm with this jurisdiction, and I'm, asking for this sort of relief, right? So that is how you brief your fact sheet. You do not have to tell that, if there is a fact sheet on, let's say, murder, right? And if it has a lot of story that he used to go to the office and he used to come at 8 p.m. and then he used to have his dinner, then he used to spend some quality time at his home, then what do you have to say? Is this really related to question of law? Is this fact really into issue? Right? If this is somehow impacting the thing, my argument, if this particular fact is relevant or not. If a murder has happened in that particular timeline from 8 to 9 p.m., then this becomes important. But if murder has happened some other time, if he has been shot into his office somewhere around 3 p.m., it doesn't matter that when he comes home, right? 8 p.m., 9 p.m., what route he follows, right? Then it's an imaginary scenario we are talking. Then we will see that what is the actual scenario. And according to that, we will see what would be the better fact sheet briefing and how we could do that. Now you can also leverage chat GPT for that. Like when in my time there was no chat GPT, now chat GPT is there. So you can write a prompt that, this is my fact sheet, this is my issues. You have to learn that how to use chat GPT for your, for your betterment. So, you can write a prompt into chat GPT that this is my, I'm mooting in India and this is my, fact sheet and this is my question of law. Could you brief the fact sheet for me? And that is how it goes on. Anyone else has any sort of question? Please.
Sir, how can we cope up with the speed of judges in case they are questioning us?
So in case judges are questioning you, first you have to stay calm and then you have to stick with your points. Like what I used to do, I used to say judges that I agree with what you are saying. I respect your mindset, but all what I am trying to state in this matter is what I was saying. Right? I was telling this back and again. Right? I don't know, like I might not be knowing, like he must be asking some appeal, some section that I must not have read. Being a law student, I have not much read about all the provisions. So what I say, I respect your mindset, I respect what you are saying, but I feel, or I never use feel or some kind of word, but I believe that this particular thing is important and relevant to our fact, to say it very respectfully and calmly. And you try to get away with it very smartly. Because it is not important to answer all the queries, it is important to stay into that timeline and stick to that fact. हमें केस नहीं जीतना होता है, मोटकोट में हमने कभी नहीं सुना कि एक रिजल्ट आया कि कि Republic of Indica ने केस जीता. We never hear it. Right? We just have to see that how we are tackling question, how we are, how you are sticking with what you know. Right? That's it. Anyone else has to ask any sort of question? Please.
Sir, how many pages are enough for to present the statement of facts?
See, there are no pages enough. It depends upon how lengthy your statement of fact is. And one secret is with the fact sheet. So if you are smart enough, if you do good voice modulation, if you present yourself smartly, he's just asking you to see that whether you have briefed the fact or not. So you just say one page, 1 or 1.5 pages is enough. You can skip a few things, like this is unethical, illegal, I'm telling you a secret. He is already aware and he will put on questions accordingly. So you do it accordingly, you do it with your voice modulation and you do it with confidence, but must put the important pointers there that are going to decide the matter, because he has also read it, no? So you have to put the important pointers there. Any other question? Alright, thank you. And if anyone feels like having any kind of help or support, you can reach out to me. Alright, if you need any internship guidance, if you need any mooting guidance, if you need any sort of help, you can Google my name, that's the spelling. Don't put advocate or something before that. Just Google, the top link will pop and connect with me. I'm always there for you. For any moot course, seminar, internship or whatever you feel like. Alright? Thank you.
Clearing our doubts with such ease and finesse. Although this Q&A session can go on for a long time, but due to time restrictions, I must conclude this session here. Now, I would like to invite Sakshi Gupta ma'am to give a vote of thanks and present a memento. Of value are life-changing for many. Thank you, sir, and all who are present here. Have a nice day.